Hey, for like the last 2, 3 weeks.
Hey, every Cowboy fan, how y'all doing? Uh, I decided to go live tonight since the She-Girls beat the Commanders in a crappy NFC East. I got Danny Savage, the college guru. How you doing?
What's up? What's up? Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
What's up, champ?
So hopefully have some more people come on in. But how was your day, man?
Can't complain. Can't complain. Watch some college football. Uh, Miami laid a beating. I mean, not a beating, but Miami's big physical offensive line really put Texas A&M. Everyone was blowing up Texas A&M's D line, and Miami's big physical line kept them in check, man.
The point what I thought it was, Miami, they kept missing a lot of field goals. They missed
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of field goals, but it came on at the end, and yeah, that was just a little too much for A&M. But A&M, they always do that to themselves. They'll have somewhat a promising season, and then when they get the bright lights, they'll do like a Dak Prescott. They'll choke.
And that was in their home. Am I right or am I wrong? That was a home game for them. That was in their stadium.
Yeah, I see 1980. Let me put the chat in just in case somebody wanna come in. So man, yeah, right now, I was just going over the different channels, and on the algorithm, something popped up. Uh, Philadelphia Eagles talking about they having a funeral for the Dallas Cowboys too,
Ah,
and I'm like, uh, man, ain't nobody worried about the damn NFC East. Everybody in the NFC East is trash, including the Cowboys. Hell, the Eagles too. We got Phil Quarter Cowboy. How you doing?
so
What up?
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah. So I saw the title. Cowboys officially are eliminated. So what Jerry gonna do to fix this trash? For one, I think that I'm gonna keep saying this until either in a time or someone pass until Jerry decides to let somebody else take over the ring. But the first thing Jerry need to do, him and Steven get the hell out the way, hire a real GM, uh, get you a real head coach, somebody who's not going to pacify these players. Stop overpaying mediocrity players on your team. Just because they have a one or two good years doesn't make them to be paid one of the highest people in the league. Stop doing that. Find you a system that you're going to get the players to come in and stop changing it every 2 or 3 years. What y'all got?
no, I agree, man. I mean, we got 3 games left. We're playing for nothing. Look how many injuries we saw last week. You know, you get a bad injury to one of their like key players now, you can write off the 2026 season. I would be playing all young kids for the next 3 weeks. You're playing for absolutely nothing. But that's just me, you know?
Hey, Phil Quarter,
What up, bro?
question for you. Okay. Uh, we've been questioning Jalen Blue, Malfa. Uh, even some of the young offensive linemen, and even Mingo, he haven't played. Uh, would it? You think it's smarter for the Cowboys to play them to see what they got, versus continue to play in the veterans, and you know what you have, but you don't know decide if you need to replace with the younger players or go into a draft.
I don't think any of it matters because if you can't get your starters ready, how you gonna see what you got in your backups? You don't even, you can't even get your starters ready to play tough games. The player evaluation is pathetic. Like there's nobody on this organization, and there haven't been for a very long time, over a decade, that know how to coach players up, get players ready, bring the best out of them. So if you can't bring the best out of your starters as far as play calling and situational football, you definitely won't be able to do nothing or see nothing from backups because you don't care about them. You do it because you have to fill a 53-man roster. You don't care about these guys. You don't care. Listen, we always say it. We even go back to when Savage was questioning guys to name a safety or running back or wide receiver on Kansas City Chief team. They couldn't. Why? Because it's not about the name. It's about what your ability is and what your coach can bring out of you. And this organization don't know how to bring the best out of anybody. That's why they always feel like you got to draft first round talent. That's why they always bringing in first round offensive linemen, thinking that they're. I've been saying for years, Chan, when you come to the Dallas Cowboys, you got to be ready to play football because they don't know how to coach players up. That's why they always like to get these guys in the first round, stoop at that silly position because they want them already ready because they know they can't do a good job of coaching anybody up. We've seen that over 10 years with Prescott. So it really don't matter. You got to come to the Dallas Cowboys already knowing how to play football. It really don't matter putting in your backups, bro, because this team don't know how to get nobody ready. You can't get your starters ready. With your starters, you couldn't even make this 2 years in a row. We didn't make the playoffs with two different head coaches. A lot of blame can go around. It can be contributed to ownership. It can be contributed to coaching or whatever. Definitely can be contributed to number four, who's a big part of this. But it don't matter to me, dog. They can't coach nobody up, bro. So putting your backups in them, what are you gonna see? You're gonna do the same crap play call you did with your starters. What are you gonna see? You're not gonna see nothing. So it don't matter.
You know what? You made a damn good point. The Cowboys, you know what? It's like I don't I don't know how long can we go back on this, but the Cowboys, it seemed like I guess
The hell happened to Champ?
yeah. Man, it's like it go back to 2013, 2014. Cowboy, it's like every time the Cowboys draft a young player position, they do not know how to coach up certain
They don't,
players.
they don't, they don't know how to develop talent.
They don't.
No.
And you see it every time a starter goes down. The backup gets in and he stink. You can go. The most infamous one is the when Tyron went down and Chaz Green allowed 7 sacks. When Tony Pollard went down, they didn't know what to do. When Dez went down, we had Bryce Butler and Devin Street. When Tony Romo went down, we had Brandon Castle. I'm not Brandon Castle, Matt Castle and Brandon Whedon. When key players go down, the backup is pathetic because they don't know how to develop talent. When starters go down on this organization, we suck because our starters already know how to play football. The Cowboys can't develop backup, so they put them in and it looked like they never played before. It's just,
Hey,
just the way
Savage.
it's been.
Yeah, that's true. Savage.
Shoot.
Uh, by looking at the games today, Oregon, A&M, and Miami, knowing that what the Cowboys need, uh, the running back from Miami that ran that I think it was 40 yards for a touchdown at the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he had 170 yards. Mark Fletcher. Mark Fletcher.
Do you believe the Cowboys can look at him like in the fourth round?
It's weird with him. He has a very big body style, but he doesn't have that like he's gonna run your ass over. Like he had a quiet season, and then today he went off. But I mean, I do have four members of Miami's offensive line getting drafted, but he had a great game today. What I fear is Dallas is going to go back to the piggy bank and they're going to look at it as well. We hit on Booker from out. They made Booker switch from left guard to right guard, and I can see Dallas already like sitting in a in their draft room with that second first round pick, and I can see the Cowboys being, oh, let's take Alabama's left tackle, Caden Proctor, all 6'7", 370 of them, and let's switch them to right tackle. I can so see them doing that, man. It's like it's. But me personally, I would take Miami's right tackle, Francis Muaga. It's a coin flip. I have him and a tackle from Iowa as my number one right tackle. But Fletcher's good. But running backs, in my opinion, the running back class it extends. Like you're gonna see the run. I think round three, from round 3 to 7, you'll be able to good running back, in my opinion. He should be on the board. He should be on the board round 4.
So, in your opinion, what's the top? I'm gonna say the top 5 wide receivers coming out of the draft. I mean, not wide receivers, top 5 quarterbacks coming out of the draft.
You got Mendoza, number one. You got Lenora Sellers would have been number one, but he's staying. You got Drew Aller, who's hurt. Archie Manning's coming back because he sucks. Uh, let's see. You got what's the kid? Pavia from he started junior college, Diego Pavia. He started at junior college, then he went to New Mexico State, and then I forgot what other college he went to. He got invited to the Heisman Trophy, and then he just ripped them apart after the Heisman Trophy was over. Uh, it's a very, very below average quarterback class. Oh, Clausen, you could probably throw. I'm not a really big fan of him, but you could probably throw Carson Beck from Miami into that mix. You could probably throw him, but he just has some games where out of the blue he'll throw 3 interceptions. Like what? Like they'll be playing subpar competition and he'll throw 3 ints. This is not the draft to get a quarterback.
Yeah. See, there in the past there's been draft that Cowboys could have gotten quarterbacks,
Hmm.
but the only problem is it goes back to the GM. Whoever who making the most money, he don't want no competition for that. And that's been a problem for 20 something years.
I agree.
And then as far as like I said, as far as the defense concerned, man, it's they have to do a major overhaul. Because I know people still want the Cowboys to concentrate on the offense because of number 4. But ah, and hey AD, how you doing, sir?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, baby?
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
So let me ask you the question, AD. Since the Cowboys are officially eliminated, if you was Jerry 80, how would you fix his crap?
I'd fire myself. That's what I would do. I would. I'm running a business, and my method. I've said this before. My method hasn't worked. It's still successful, But my method to win, my business is financially a success. I'm meeting all my numbers. My employees are happy. Um, but I would remove myself from general manager. That's the first thing I would do. If I really love the Cowboys, if you
Uh-huh.
really love your kids, you would get them the best. And they were struggling in school, and there was nothing you can do. You're not qualified. I'm not qualified to get them where they need to be, uh, education wise. So I need to hire somebody that's more has more experience than I do in that field. So I would step back, and I'm still in charge. I'm still signing the checks. I still have all the power. I'm a billionaire. What more do I need? I'm old. Let me let somebody else come in and that knows what they're doing, is innovative, that knows what it takes to win. I would that's the foundation right there. I would remove myself from those responsibilities. He's not going to do that because he's way too selfish, overly selfish. Dale Hansen, I watched I don't know if y'all know who Dale Hansen is. He's Channel 8 up here, local news
Mhm.
sports. Been with the Cowboys affiliated with the Cowboys since Landry
83,
days. Yeah,
1983.
yeah. He was interviewing Jerry Jones, and he asked him. He said, "Man, let me ask you a question. What team? What sports? Any sports you can pick one. What
Mhm.
professional sports would hire you as general manager of their team with your track record and all that stuff? Obviously, if you bring your wallet, of course they're gonna. But as far as just basically going off of your track record for the past 30 years, what other sports would hire you as general manager?" And Jerry Jones was like, "Oh, yeah, anybody would hire me." And Dale Hansen said, "Okay, I'm waiting. Let me know." And Jerry Jones could not answer him. He couldn't answer him. There's nobody else that would hire you as general manager. So that means that lets us further know that you don't know what you're doing, man. When it comes down to that, you need to step back. But that's the first thing I would do, is remove myself from that and allow to get our fan. I'm sorry if I went too long, but
Oh
that's the
no,
very first
man.
thing I
Yeah.
would do.
That's a
Okay.
great question.
Mhm. Okay. Let me ask y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all all this question. Um, what defense would you bring in to change up the whole philosophy with this team next year? I'm gonna start with you, Corn. I'm sorry. I'll start with you, Aiden, since you know more about defense.
I think for me, it depends on the personnel. I believe personnel has a lot to do with what defense is good for your team, and it has to be something kind of modern in today's game. Today's game is a lot faster, so that's why all the teams are gravitating towards that 4-2-5. But it just depends on the personnel. You can run a legitimate 4-3 if you have the right players in line to run that. You could run a 3-4 if you have the right, players with the right attributes to uh, to balance that out. It just depends. You got to draft right first, and then you got to bring the right coaching in. I believe you got to draft right. Like, okay, you got this guy, you got that guy, you got this ingredients. I'm gonna put this ingredients on the table. Now you put something together. That's what they do on the cooking shows. They let them know what's the main course, and then they go running after the ingredients after this on the shelves, and they go pick their ingredients. And like, okay, you put it together now. That's what needs to happen. It needs to be, you got to put your ingredients together first. And then you go looking, okay, coach, I got this guy, man. He runs a 4-3, but he's 250 pounds. He's a good linebacker. This guy, he's not that fast, but he has good pursuit. He has good strength. He has good awareness. He's got that dog in him. We can put him here. You just got to know, man. And see, that's what Jimmy Johnson was good at, and all those other coaches that was under him. Um, they were good at that. they were good at making those players, putting them in the right places, and it's all about placement, timing, and a little bit of luck too. But that's what I would do. At 3-4, you really have to have a good defensive tackle in the middle. There are a lot of gaps up front in 3-4, so you have to be really careful with that, trying to stop the run because the linebackers got to come up. 4-3 is probably the defense I would go with. I'm an old school 4-3 guy, so but that's what I would do. The direction I would go in.
What about you, Phil Quarter?
Man, I don't even know, bro. They so shambles. I don't know.
Okay, well, let me change this up then.
Okay.
Number one pick. The City Cowboys pick round 12. Okay, there is a safety that remind you of Ed Reed, and you have a say maybe a 6'5", 285-pound defensive end. Who will you choose?
The defensive end.
Defensive end.
Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Savage. The original question: what defense would you bring in for the Cowboys next year?
It's hard question to ask now because, like 80 said, we don't know who we're gonna have on our team come August, July. You know, what I'm trying to say as a 3-4, you gotta have a monster in the middle. Plus, you have to have two monster 5 techs, and you gotta have a legit two monster linebackers. The reason it's so hard to transition to a 3-4 defense is so many few colleges play 3-4. So to me, I would stick with the 4-3. And one of our biggest issues is we draft 6'2", 240-pound edges. And this class is loaded with 6'6", 280-pound edges. But it comes to a point where they fall off a cliff, and then the rest of the edges are all 6'2", 240, and that's not going to help us stop the run.
Okay, let me ask you. Okay, I asked Savage this a while back. I'm gonna ask you this, 80. Okay, would you think that the Tom Landry flex defense can work in today's time if you got the personnel?
If you got the personnel, yeah, anything is possible. With the right personnel, anything is possible. It makes other people's jobs easier. That front four is very important. Um, Fitz just said earlier he'd get a defensive end first, which
Yeah.
is very smart. Which is very smart. If you got a good front four, front three, front four, whatever, there are ways you can make. There are other types of. There are different types of 4-3 defenses. It's not just four down linemen, 3 linebackers, 4 secondary guys. You can bring a guy up in the box. You can move guys around. There are different disguises that you can do. You can even change the personnel up to make it faster. The Dallas Cowboys don't know how to disguise anything. They're just, we're going to run this play, and we just hope it works. They go their mindset is the hope and wish factor. They try, like I said a couple days ago, trying to convince you that it's going to work. Now you shouldn't have to convince anybody. You should be able to, throw some stuff at different things, different looks, and make disguises. Defense can be just like offense. You can disguise things and hide blitzes, and who was that we just played? We just lost to the Vikings. Look what they did. They came at Dak. They act like they were going to come at Dak, and they didn't. They went back in coverage. Dak got flustered when he saw old boy motion like he was going to blitz, and then boom, he went back in coverage. There are different things you can do. That's what I'm saying. There different things. We just not innovative like that. Will that defense is outdated, but with the right personnel, anything can work. I also believe in the 4-6 defense, the Bear 46 Bear defense.
Yeah, I thought
Um,
about that too.
yeah, you got to have, like I said, you got to have that front seven has to be, you know, you got to spend a little money, man. You can't, and when you giving one person all this money, going back to Dak, people always think we talking everything goes back, like Fitz say, everything goes back to him when you're talking about the Cowboys because he's eating up a lot of the cap, majority of the cap, and we can't do anything because of a quarterback that can't get us over the hump offensively. You can't you can't spread the success around because of him. So
Yeah.
there you go.
I'd like to welcome Uncensored Cowboy. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, sense.
What's
I'm
up?
late. I'm late. I took one of those 1980 naps, man.
Shit.
Yeah. So I actually same thing. What since the Cowboys officially eliminated from the playoffs, uh what would you do to fix this trash if you were in charge?
I start off by trying to get young at the quarterback position and get some linebackers and safeties in here. Um, you can't fix this team in 1 or 2 years.
Uh,
I told Fifth a couple streams ago. I said I honestly don't know how you fix this team if you did try to fix it in 1 year. There's too many holes in this team as far as executives, coaching, players. There are significant flaws in this team in all phases. And I sent everybody the video of Chris Canty talking about he felt like he won the Super Bowl every day while he was in Dallas.
Mm.
So what's the motivation to fix anything when you feel like a winner? If you feel like a champ, what's the drive to try to get better? What's the drive to try to do better? What's the drive to try to change anything? Jerry Jones walks around with his chest poked out all the time. The most influential owner in football, and he did nothing in 30 years. So
And to me, by saying that to me, it really is start with the fans that keep going out there spending that money. As long as they keep doing that, Jerry don't care. He just still sells them false hopes and dreams.
yeah, but the NFL is a drug, man. If the Cowboys don't go, the opposing fans will go. That stadium is gonna be full no matter what. And that's all Jerry cares about is the money factor. He don't care whether you a cowboy standing in line to get buy nachos or you a 49er. As long as you buy the nachos.
Hmm.
I mean, if you think about it, it's like when you do if you do business with people, like right now, I do business with a lot of people. I don't care whether they white, black, cowboy fan, eagle fans, or whatever, long as the check cash. Yeah. I got one client. I'm gonna take a picture of him. He got a doormat that say home of the Philadelphia Eagles, two-time champs. I make sure I wipe my feet extra when I walk in there. But I go in there. Why? Because he that check cash every single time. So as far as Jerry Jones go, man, he just sit back and Jerry Jones don't ain't sad today that the Cowboys are eliminated.
He's not.
He's not.
uh,
He don't care. They don't care about winning. They don't care about losing. And I've said in the past, I can deal with you not caring about winning, but you gotta hate losing. Because when
Mhm.
I won a football game, I celebrated that the day, maybe the night of, the next day I was back to focus on winning the next one. When I lost the football game, that bugged me all week long, man. All week.
Hmm.
I hated losing more than I enjoyed winning.
And they
Yeah.
don't have enough. And they don't have enough players like that.
They don't. They don't. And that has to be instituted from the top down. That is a mentality thing that you institute from the top down. The expectation when you walk into the building is we got our ass whooped yesterday. Don't nobody say nothing to Jerry Jones because I don't want to piss him off. You got to go like Jimmy Johnson. Hey, don't even look that dude in the face today. We got our ass beat because he gonna go off on us. They don't have that type of atmosphere around this team anymore.
Cause man, I've been looking. Yeah, I've been looking at other teams, uh, like the 49ers, the Seahawks, Bears, for example, and I count and the Texans. What I'm noticing the trend right now is like a lot of team defense are playing above what the offense are, but also all these same teams that the running game are the main focus versus the passing game.
What happens later on in the season? All of these flashy glitz and glamour, throwing the ball all over the field. That shit don't work when it get cold, when it get windy, when you got to travel on the road. This is why the Cowboys can't play on the road. That that high flying offense and all of that shit don't win football games in December and January.
Hey,
Yep.
cool cowboy.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
But
So
Hey, what's
so
up, bro? What's going on?
yeah, let
so
me ask you, okay, let me ask you the question. Since Cowboys are eliminated from the playoffs, um, if you was in charge, how would you fix the team coming up next year?
Oh shit.
Starting out.
Starting right now. First of all, even if I fix the team to its potential, next year you're not doing anything next year. But what I would do is so first of all, these last three games you got to sell your starters, man. It's because you're eliminated. No need to get them hurt for next year. Put in your backups and evaluate who out of all those backups you want to keep and who you want to dump. Then you got to fire Eberflus as well, and the special teams coordinator, and all of the defensive staff for that matter. And I don't know who you would hire. I don't know who's available, but if you can get someone from the Broncos defensive staff, that'd be good. Or even the Texans. They both have very stout defenses. So you got to hire new coordinator. And also, I would get rid of Schottenheimer too, for that matter, man. He has not shown anything to make me believe that he's the guy. So this whole coaching staff needs to go, every single one. And the problem is you don't have cap space, so it's not like you're gonna be able to spend money to upgrade this roster. But I would just treat next year as a rebuilding year, man. With the new coach, just draft you a couple of guys on defense and cut people like Steele and Diggs, and if you can, try to get rid of Dak. The problem is I don't know the cap logistics around that. But
Hmm.
if you can get rid of him and just start the rebuild already, because this team is not going to go anywhere with the current quarterback and just the current team that's under construction. Yeah.
Okay. As of right now, the Cowboys are $74 million over the cap right now.
Jesus.
Mm.
Holy cow! I did not think it was that bad.
Okay. And and you have one major huge salary with is Dak Prescott at $74 million.
CD Lamb too.
CeeDee Lamb. And what about Quinn Williams?
Quinnen Williams, I believe, is like 23 next year.
Also, I think you're still paying the dead cap of Zach Martin because you
Yes, you
extended it.
are. Yes, you
God
are.
damn it. So we in a negative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're over a significant amount of money, but a lot of
Jesus
these.
70.
Christ.
So if I'm looking at the cap right now, Dak Prescott's going to be rescheduled. I mean restructured,
Restructure. Yeah.
and then Terrence Steele is probably going to be released. So
Dix is gonna get released.
if you cut Terrence Steele, you're going to save 8 million.
Mm.
CeeDee Lamb is probably going to be restructured. That'll save you 20. Trayvon Diggs is probably going to be released. That'll save you 12. Donovan Wilson will be released, but you don't save any money because he don't have anything guaranteed. Quentin Williams will be 21 million next year. If you restructure him, you save 14. If you extend them, you save 15. So they'll probably extend them. Malik Hooker will be gone. That'll save you 7. And Osa, man, horrible contract.
It was.
Oh man, you should have
You
gone Milton
you
Williams, man.
you can't do nothing with Osa. Osa's gonna hit for 20 million next year.
Damn.
If you restructure, I guess you could
Can you
restructure
cut
him, but
him?
why would you do that? If you cut him, it goes up to 32.
That's
Oh shit.
disgusting, man.
Tyler Smith will probably be restructured. He's counting for 27. So if they restructure, they could save 17 there. Deron Bland is fucking good.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's another big contract. And you still got Ferguson, big contract. Kenny Clark, $21 million cap hit. That's what
Jake,
Day Dog
Jake,
just said.
Jake Ferguson is only 10.
Yeah, okay.
If you restructure Jake, you save 4. I don't even know if that's worth it.
That ain't even worth it in my books.
Another wasted contract, Devontae Turpin.
Oh shit.
Logan Wilson is probably gonna get cut
How much is
because
this cap?
he's 6.5 next year, but you save it all. He has no guaranteed money.
Oh.
So you
Looking
rate
at
you really wasted 7 round on him.
you can cut Kenny Clark and save 21 million because he has no guarantee.
Is
So
the
what
cap
they'll
supposed
pro-
to go up next year?
the cap for next year will be doesn't
I don't think
say.
we know yet.
No,
I know. I know. I heard it's
they know
supposed to
what it
go up.
is. Yeah, they
Yeah, I
know
heard
what
they'll
it
Yeah.
go up
is.
too, but
Even if it goes
Mm.
up a lot, it's not gonna save us. We'll still be in a negative
I,
cap.
I
Yeah,
didn't think we were in that bad
the,
shape.
the cap is roughly 335 million, roughly. Yeah,
Bad news.
it's bad because
Bad.
you're gonna lose both your starting safeties. You're gonna lose all your starting linebackers outside of Odiggy's. I mean,
Oh,
Overshown.
overshown.
You need another corner because you don't know if Rebel is it. He hasn't showed anything this year.
Nope.
Mm.
You need 2 running backs. You
Injured
need two
players.
you need 2 tackles.
And you don't have enough picks.
You need a backup tight end because you
Backup
probably done with
center.
you probably done with Schoonmaker.
I think they're just gonna keep Shoemaker until his contract runs out.
Well, this will be
Mm.
his last year.
Yeah,
2026 will be his last year.
he's
Oh
not
yeah.
even he doesn't count at all. He's not yeah, he's 1.9 million. So they'll keep him. But you still need to start looking at replacing him.
Yeah, yeah. No, the problem is though, like I said, you can't fix this in 1 year. You don't have enough picks. You're over the cap, and even if you could fix all these holes, you don't have the coaching staff to make do. Yeah, I mean, you just got to start the rebuild. Pull the band-aid and
We're
start the
paying
rebuild.
we're paying Zach Martin next year $16 million.
oh goodness.
That's
Oh
insane.
shit! Any other
And
retired player that we're paying?
and you got to pay Mozzie Smith $2 million almost.
Oh my god!
But the Mozzie Smith is just a fucking black hole for this team.
Yeah,
Mm.
bro.
Mingo's probably gone. You're going to extend Overshawn next year, so that's going to
Mm.
increase the
Will
cap
you
hit.
though? I don't know if you will. The way he played.
They're not going to let him get to free
Well,
agency.
they're gonna blame it on the injury and have time
Yeah.
to, he's got to get into a rhythm and
If I'm
we'll.
if I'm Overshawn, I finish out this season. He's only for 1.7 million next year. I'm not playing on it. If I'm Overshawn, I'm
Yeah,
not playing on it.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
Listen,
this is last chance.
and I know you don't have any other linebackers.
Yeah, everything I'm doing, all the fucking work.
Yeah. I mean, that's what got him
Yeah,
hurt to begin with.
Yep, doing running sideline to sideline, using him
And
Man,
up.
Mozzie
But he
Smith got
shouldn't be a
hurt.
linebacker, in my opinion. He should be a strong safety.
The aggressiveness and ability is there. The size ain't. The
Yeah.
body. It's the body. The girth is not there. That's why he's continuously getting hurt because he's doing so much.
Yeah, we looking at paying somewhere between $7.5 to $9 million a year for our kicker.
Ah,
At
Oh,
With
he
what
least.
it,
keeps missing though. They're not gonna keep him. They'll find a new kicker.
Nah.
I don't think so. They gonna sign him.
nah. Yeah.
what
He's
Even
the
about
if he
what
reason.
about
has like a Brandon or what's his name, a Maher like fall off, they're gonna keep him. I don't think so.
That he's the only reason why they score points.
Hmm.
Huh?
They had that
You're
dude
right. You're right.
last
But
game. Last game, he tried 6 field goals.
Mm.
you have a point, I guess.
Yeah.
But if he
let
keeps
me ask
missing the
y'all
way he
this.
is, though, I would just let him walk. If he keeps missing,
Let me ask y'all this. Would y'all bring Pickens back?
No,
no.
Yeah.
I would franchise him, get one more year, and then let him
Yeah,
go.
I would. I would. I mean, he's done pretty good this year. I thought.
My only pushback, 80, is the last 2 weeks he's quit on this team. You can't
Yeah.
have players. You can't have
Yep.
players that quit. You
Yeah.
can't have
Yeah.
players that could just give up, and when it's not going right or they feel unappreciated or whatever, they just decide they're gonna take a game off.
Now,
If
do we know? Very good point. Do we know that was all him?
oh, what
Because
I'm
the
doing
same
is
thing. Same thing with Amari.
I'm isolating, looking at him running lazy routes and
Okay.
stuff like that, and not putting
Hmm.
effort into trying to catch the ball. You can't
Mm.
have those type of players on your team because we saw what that did with Amari Cooper when Darius Slay would clamp him down, and all of a sudden now he just, oh, I'm not even gonna really play this game.
Mm. So with the right guy in front of him,
And
he kind
and
of.
you can't have players that quit. And it's like
Mm.
I was in an argument with G Hampton and all of them about this is
Uh oh.
you can't have a player that decides that when he's going to play hard and when he's not. Those
Nah.
players can't be on the team because I was telling them, I said, what happens if you press the go route and that receiver slips and falls? Now you got your hand up for a touchdown. But since you just sit up there, I said players don't get hurt jogging down the field.
Man, you know what the worst thing is too?
Yeah.
You cannot. This is unrelated, but you cannot trust these guys to draft well, man. I'm really worried they're gonna fuck up these two first round picks, man. What they'll probably do? They'll probably take the injured Tennessee corner who hadn't didn't play a single game this year, and then with their second round pick, they'll get an undersized linebacker and call it a.
Well, I don't think it matters if they fuck it up or not. It's who they're coming to. It was the Dallas Cowboys. Um, it's not going to fix all the problems we have. It'd be
Yeah.
another. If even if they get these two draft picks and they draft well, is it going to really matter? Is it going to help us in the long run?
Yeah.
We'll be in a better spot if we do hit on them than if we don't. 'Cause if we don't,
Mm.
then we're gonna have no one to build around.
To me,
Getting
to, to me, it start with the coaching staff. They got to get rid of some trash because you can tell by the way how the players are playing
Hmm.
because I mean there's no urgency. I see too many confused players out there. They not uh, either run their route, they in the wrong blocking scheme. You're still having too many mental breakdowns and with no type of accountability. Yeah, it definitely starts with the coaching staff.
Mm.
listen, I just getting back to Pickens real quick. I got rocks thrown at me when Dallas traded for him. The last two games we've seen of Pickens, that was Pickens at Georgia, that was Pickens at Pittsburgh. Now,
Mm.
if someone is holding a bag, it's like the carrot in front of the horse. If
Hmm.
someone's holding a bag of $100 million over your head And if that don't motivate you to go out and do the best, nothing will. Nothing will. Listen, I mean, listen, I would throw him the franchise tag. Watch the way he happens. Watch how he reacts once he gets the tag. He ain't gonna practice one single day. He's gonna lay on the table like Michael Parsons is, and because he's quit because he thinks he's done enough to get 30+ million dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, and I don't think we're gonna tag him, and he's gonna be doing the Greek dancing at camp next year. He's gonna be disgruntled. That's all I gotta say.
What's up? Long time no see, man.
Same shit, different day. Just watching a lot of football.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Savage, I'm really worried that the Cowboys are gonna take the Tennessee corner who did not play a single game this year.
He hasn't
Mm.
played since 2024. And all the
Because
fans are eating it up. Oh, right here. I'm like, you realize all the tape was from 2024, right?
I mean, these guys, bro, these fans, bro, they don't watch football properly, bro. They just watch a few highlights here and there, and they think they're an expert, but no, they don't know.
And I've said it a million times. A GM that drafts hurt players is a GM that has no fear of ever getting fired.
that's a
Yeah,
damn
that's why
shame.
we don't have a GM. Jerry Jones is not gonna get fired on, so he owns the team.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the problem.
Yep. I just wish he would just step back, man. Just be like everybody else. Nobody does what he does.
Uh,
And you can clearly see that it's not working. So why? I mean, I know his ego is so huge and he'll never do it, but why doesn't he just realize that this shit ain't working?
Because the fact that the fans, the fan base, the media, they don't see the Cowboys as a football team. They see the Cowboys as a soap opera, as a entertainment red district of the NFL. That's how they see the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And to me, it still starts with the fan base. Until I know everybody's still going to watch them, but to the point where the fan base stop putting their emotional ties to this team, I think that's the only way Jerry is going to
Change.
change his tune.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
they're
like
not.
no. If he's not making enough money, or if he's not making as much money as he normally does, then he'll change. But otherwise, nothing will.
Their fan base is not gonna, and that's the sad part is they're not
It's
gonna do
not.
that.
It's a drug.
It's a
Hmm.
drug.
They're
It
not
is.
gonna do it.
Yeah, it is.
Do y'all realize that the Cleveland Browns and Detroit Lions went 0-16 and they last game of the year was still sold out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
you're
not gonna
right.
change. It's not gonna change.
it's a new
If it's not
generation,
gonna
man,
change
of
there, then
fan.
it won't change here because they've had even less to brag about than we have.
Yeah,
So yeah, even if they are still going to games and buying merch and stuff, then yeah, things will never change here.
It'll
yeah.
never change.
Yeah, it won't.
Well,
Well,
it will eventually change, but it's gonna take a string of luck and lightning in the bottle. You're gonna have to just get lucky with the right head coach. You're gonna have to get lucky with the right quarterback. It's gonna take a string of luck. Things
You're gonna
that
have to
just
fumble your
happen
way.
outside of their control. Like them stumbling upon Romo and stumbling upon Dak Prescott.
Exactly.
They have to stumble upon like a Hall of Fame level head coach.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
even then, no, you never know, man. I mean, when Jerry Jones is not running the team, Steven Jones is even cheaper than Jerry. So I think things will get worse, not better.
I do not
and
Oh,
miss
the
then
catch.
I do not miss playing football in that cold. That looks cold.
who's winning the game between the Packers and the Bears right now?
It's six
Uh,
three Green Bay. Oh,
it's 12-3 now.
you ahead of me.
They just scored. That was a perfect pass.
That's from backup, right?
I think so. Yeah. Ooh, crisscross route. Yeah.
Those are back up. We would throw an interception.
Ooh, did he break the Torres Achilles right there? Oh my God.
Oh my!
Look at that win, man.
Yeah, that win is crazy after Windy City. Well, they
Oh
in
yeah. Do you see the
Chicago.
goalposts? How much they're moving, bro?
Yeah.
Shaking.
They heard about Chicago might be moving to northern Indiana.
Heard that.
I heard.
Mm-mm.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Look at that dude throwing them down, dropping those dimes in the
I
wind.
don't think it's gonna happen though. You can't move a historical team like the Bears out of Chicago.
The hell if they can't.
They
They do it all the time.
do it all the time.
If the money is there, they gone, dude.
That's like if you move the Yankees though out of New York. That's not gonna happen.
But that's one thing. That's baseball. But NFL, look at the Rams. Rams went from L.A. to Anaheim to St. Louis back to L.A.
Yep.
But the
And
Rams are not like as old
look
or
what
famous as the Bears. Like the
look
Bears
at
have
where the Raiders
always been
are.
there since the 1920s. The Bears have been there.
Look at the
They're one of the
Raiders.
oldest teams in NFL history.
Look at the Raiders.
Listen, I could be
Yeah,
wrong
Raiders.
because I don't follow baseball, but I think the Dodgers are from New York. Years I'm
Yeah,
going
they
back
are.
100 years ago, and then they moved
Yeah,
to
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
Dallas.
Brooklyn, Brooklyn
Yeah,
The right
Dodgers. Yeah.
yeah,
the
That
right
was like
amount of
early
the right amount of
1900s, I
money.
think.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
The
I
right
guess
That
amount of
that's not gonna happen nowadays. Like that was the early 1900s.
you throw the right amount of money in front of any franchise in there.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
they did.
I don't know about that. Like would the Cowboys move out of Dallas and go to like what, like Austin or Oklahoma? No.
No, they
Mm-mm.
went to Arlington.
If you told Jerry Jones that you give him $20 billion, that team would be moved tomorrow. It's
Mm.
about money for these dudes.
They moved to Arlington.
They'll call them anything they
Arlington
want.
is like right next to Dallas though, so it's not
Yeah,
like the same thing.
but see, back in the day, the Cowboys really wanted to build a new stadium in Fair Park where the old Cotton Bowl was at.
Cotton Bowl. Yeah, they
Yeah,
want to
but
go back.
at the time, the mayor, her name was what was that helpful name?
Um, I forgot.
I
And
forgot, but
he called the
she
woman a
was
heifer.
now actually she was a bitch.
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah, she
oh
was a
shit.
bitch. She actually they I don't know what Dallas they were trying to do something underhanded. So he said, "Screw Dallas, we're gonna go to Arlington."
They used to be in Irving though, right?
Yeah, yeah, you be heard.
Yeah, right
Yeah, that's
there,
where the old stadium was. Yeah.
right off of Loop 12 and 183.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Then
Hell,
they demolished it.
hell,
But yeah,
I still pass by there going to work every day.
I mean, you
Wow.
can consider this. Neither team that carries the New York man is even in New York.
Yeah, they're in New Jersey, but it's like right next to the city. Like you can literally see the city from the stadium.
yeah.
I've seen it before. I've been there.
New
So
York is
even
New
though they're
York,
technically
and New
not in New
Jersey is
York,
New
they're
Jersey.
basically right outside the city.
Yeah.
well, yeah. So yeah, man. You know what? It's like that's much we can say about them sorry ass Cowboys.
Yeah, man. Honestly, though, I'm glad we got to find out today, so these dumb idiot fans wouldn't be like, "Oh, but we have a chance tomorrow. We're gonna win." No, bro. I'm glad we found out today they got eliminated, so these fans can just shut up.
Man, I told everybody back when they lost to the Bears, I said, tune in to Danny Savage. It's draft season. That was like week 4. I'm like, the team is done.
Yeah.
Yo, Savage, you gotta be careful. All these draft channels are gonna come out of nowhere and act like they were draft channels, even though 2 weeks ago they were saying the Cowboys are gonna make a run, and now they're on the draft.
The one that better
Yeah.
get his bodyguards together is 80 when he do a season end of season recap. They gonna be coming for his head.
Mm.
So I've been seeing mock drafts everywhere, bro, since last week's game, bro. Everywhere from everybody, bro.
But here's the question: if anybody that's in the chat, thanks for the 11 people that's in the chat. If anybody can get in contact with Sports Junkie,
Oh,
tell
is he
him to come out
deflecting?
of hiding.
Is he deflecting from the bet?
Nah, he said he gonna pay it up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got in touch with him earlier today.
Wow.
He's
Dude, this is
ducking and
crazy though. I just
dodging the full
realized
segment.
this is the first time the same team has won the NFC East 2 times in a row since 03, 04.
Imagine that. It's 20% of the season left.
Mm-hmm.
You eliminate.
Yeah, we get our ass kicked tomorrow, bro. It's gonna be bad. The Chargers are still fighting for a spot in the playoffs.
If
Yep,
I was Philly, I would rest all my injured players. You got 3 weeks.
absolutely.
You
Because
got three
they can't
weeks.
go up. They don't. Their
Yeah,
position is almost set. They might as well just relax.
yeah. They can lose the next 3 games and still
But
win the East.
but
No,
did
they
you
have two
know?
more games left.
Oh, 2 more games. That's right. They played today. My bad.
But did you notice? I don't know if you watched the game. They went away from trying to feed AJ Brown, and they went back to what won them the championship, and they dominated that game.
Oh, run the ball.
Yeah, they almost ran for what 240 yards almost.
Hmm.
Yeah.
When they try to be cute and feed these wide receivers and all of this stupid shit, their offense started struggling and
They'll
went back
probably
to the
trade
basics.
him.
To
So you
be
know
fair,
what?
though, this is the
Let me
Commanders,
ask
though.
y'all
The
a question.
Commanders are absolute trash, and they rested all their starters.
And then their backup quarterback got injured, didn't
Yeah, they put the first string.
he? Yeah, Mariota got knocked out.
I didn't watch all the game. I only watched a bit of it, but yeah, I did see that he got injured.
Yeah.
Man, what a disaster, bro. We are so screwed for the next few years, man, because these guys ain't gonna do nothing. They're just gonna keep Schottenheimer. They might even keep Eberflus at this point. I was thinking like last week, there's no way they keep him, but now I'm thinking more and more. These idiots are so stupid. I could see a world where Eberflus is back.
Yeah, and plus they're gonna put him in the booth right now. But my thing is, how? I mean, to me, it's too little, too late. But why in the hell Jerry want to decide to put him in the booth?
Probably the last thing they can think of before they have no more excuses. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't do this way earlier. Even though, in my opinion, it makes no difference. But
Because he can talk to him on the walkie-talkie with nobody watching him if he's on the sidelines. If he sticks him in the booth, Jerry or Steven could pull out the walkie-talkie and tell him to switch players.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, Zimmer last year, he ran a Tampa too. Am I correct?
I thought he ran a cover two.
Huh?
I thought he ran more cover two more than Tampa two. Because he played more man. Tampa two is zone.
Okay.
But
yeah, I don't remember him playing a lot of zone.
Zimmer didn't run more of a like a single formation type thing. He ran 4-3, but different styles throughout the 4-3. This is just Tampa 2. This is basically drop back and cover your zone. Which you can run if you got a very good defensive line and very athletic and smart linebackers.
Yeah,
We
which they
don't.
don't.
We got dumb linebackers, man. They are
Dumb is an
dumb.
understatement, bro. They might be the dumbest linebackers I've ever seen. You guys saw that clip I put of Kenneth Murray, right?
That
That
was the
little short clip.
dumbest play I've ever seen. He might be the worst linebacker I have ever seen play football.
Oh yeah, he worse than Bobby Carpenter. I don't care what nobody says, bro. He's the worst linebacker I've ever seen in my life.
It's got to be close.
What?
If he ain't, it's got to be close.
Yeah.
And we're paying him $8 million for this year.
Yep. $8 million, and he ran away from the running back, ran around the outside like he was a pass rusher. Like, what an absolute idiot, bro. No vision. What was he focusing on? Like, I guess he got his $8 million. He's like, okay, I don't care
But
no
if
more.
if if you think about it, I don't know if y'all listened to Dak Prescott's interview. They practiced exactly what they was expecting, and they still couldn't execute against it. Dak Prescott said that the offense practiced against zero blitz, zero cover blitz all week, and they still didn't have an answer for it. How do you practice for a whole week against something and still get beat by it? The same thing with the
Yes.
defense. They knew what they were getting hit with. They just too slow and dumb to fix it.
Because Abrams, man, he. I don't know what's up with him.
He'll be back next year.
Yeah, no, if he is, bro, then you're gonna win like 2 games, 3 games next year. Because the offense is gonna regress next year. So
You're
you're
gonna
gonna win
have
like
the
3 games.
exact you're gonna have the exact same season you had this year, about 5 games, 6 games.
We have 6 games and won so far.
We haven't beat anybody outside of the Eagles that got a winning record. Kansas City got a losing record right now.
They
Eagles
sure
got
do.
Chiefs got eliminated from the playoffs. They got eliminated.
Yeah, they got a losing record. The Jets got a losing record. The Giants got a losing record. Who else we beat?
Washington has a losing record.
Washington has a losing record. We ain't beat
Did we
nobody
beat the
this year, man.
Panthers? No, we lost the Panthers. I forgot. We
We
lost.
lost.
Yeah, we lost to them. So over the
Um,
Cowboys haven't beat nobody.
But if you think
except the
about it,
Eagles.
if you think about it, this is on par for the Cowboys. They lose to playoff teams and teams with winning records. They lose every year. And like Savage has said, Dak Prescott has made his money beating up on the garbage teams.
And the Rams have a top 10 first round pick, plus theirs later on.
The
But
Rams
you
are
know
the
what?
definition of how to run an NFL team.
Yo, I was going to talk to y'all about that. The Rams literally won a Super Bowl and got rid of everybody in the span of 4 years.
Yep.
And now they're back as one of the best teams. Can you? They traded Cooper Cup to the Seattle Seahawks. Can you imagine if we traded
No, they
CeeDee
didn't trade
Lamb?
him. They didn't trade him.
They
They let him
released
walk.
him.
They
But
released him. Yeah.
can you imagine if we released CeeDee Lamb and he signed with the Eagles, how this fan base would be? They latch on to these players way too much.
The only people
The
they
Rams
kept
won a Super Bowl and then got rid of Von Miller, got rid of uh,
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey. They got rid of all of these players, man. And it's just like it's time for y'all to go on, get paid by somebody else. We're gonna get younger and fight for another Super Bowl.
And
And
they
now
didn't
they
have any
can.
first round picks.
Yeah, they traded them all away, and
They
they
traded
still
for
got it.
Stafford. Stafford was the only player they have from the Super Bowl. Stafford is like probably the only player they have from the Super
Yeah,
Bowl team.
but what I'm saying is, when we debate whether or not to keep CeeDee Lamb or Pickens or Micah Parsons or whatever, everybody come for us and chop our heads off. But we watch it, other teams just get rid of players left and right and compete.
And the thing is, too, they know how to develop their guys and draft their guys. We don't know how to do that. They have the coaching staff that's capable of taking these 4th, 5th round guys and turning them into studs like Puka Nakua and Kyron Williams and also their D line, dude. A lot of their D line is like 3rd and 4th and 5th round picks, and they're playing like really good. It's just shows that we're not even close.
Because they developed a blocking scheme around their player strengths instead of just trying to make them play a certain way. They looked and said, "All right, this is what they do best. This is the blocking scheme we're gonna do." If you got some defensive line that is undersized and you can stunt and create mismatches with your speed, then that's what you do. If you got big boys like uh, Philly does, you just get those dudes going north and south and put pressure on people. But they try to make these players in Dallas, they try to make them just do whatever they want them to do instead of building to their strengths.
Yeah.
You know,
Chicago's ass, man.
you
Also,
remember when the Cardinals beat the Cowboys?
Hmm.
they
Yeah.
beat them every time, bro. We play
But you know what? That was the last game they won. It was against the Cowboys. Every other game they lost.
Why am I not surprised? Oh my god, that is embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, the last game they won was against the Cowboys. Everybody else they lost.
And didn't they get
Yeah,
blown out by all the other teams too, right? They're not
Yep.
even like close. That's
Yeah,
why
They benched Kyler Murray because they don't want him to get injured.
I have a theory that all of Dallas's primetime games hurt them because no matter who they're playing, they're like, oh, we're in prime time tonight. All right, we're going to bring our A game. You know what I'm trying to say? It's
And
like,
it's just another game for Dallas.
yes, yes, 1000%.
yeah, for the other team, it's like if we beat these guys on national television, it's a big deal
Bears
for
are
them.
so ass, man.
The problem is with the Bears though is that they're Caleb Williams, bro, painting fingernails instead of learning how to throw.
That dude got an arm on him, man. I watched it earlier in the game, and he was putting some passes in some tight spaces.
Yeah, but he's winning. They don't give a fuck if he paints all his nails. As long as he keeps
Yep.
on winning, they're not going to care.
And winning mask it all. But these dudes can't score a touchdown.
No, but
Well,
the
it's
Packers
still
are doing.
young.
The Packers have injuries, bro, and a backup, and they're still beating them.
51-yard kick.
Keep in mind, Micah got injured. Their right tackle got injured, and Christian Watson got injured, and they're still beating the Bears and their quarterback. The
Yo,
Bears,
Man.
That Micah injury looked bad, man. Like when
And
he
his foot got
like
his foot got stuck.
yeah.
showed that like the next day in slow motion, that shit looked fucking rough.
You know what's crazy though is when he got a surgery, he did not get it with Doctor Cooper because he knows that Doctor Cooper is gonna fuck you up.
But
Good
what's
for
his name
him.
did?
Mahomes though made the mistake of going with Doctor Cooper.
Jerry Jones said it, man. You pay them and they go get it and they get injured. He said that shit.
Yo, Mahomes might be done though for his career because he got the surgery from Doctor Cooper. The same guy who did Michael Gallup and Steele, uh, and
No,
Diggs.
I don't expect either one of them to come back as the same player.
Yeah,
Gallup.
And it's gonna be the biggest hurdle for Parsons more so than Mahomes because is a decent thrower of the ball. So if he's stuck in the pocket a little bit more, that's one thing. And he was never really that fast to begin with. He was more of a scrambler than a runner. But
Yeah.
Parsons was built on beating you
speak.
off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he has no moves. The only thing he can do is just quickly just run.
Honestly, I don't see him running people down from behind anymore. It's gonna be hard.
And let's be honest, when is he going to be healthy? Next year, game 13, 14. That
Yeah,
puts him at a year.
if not
And
longer.
yeah, if not longer. That's with zero setbacks. And I don't see Micah as
Yeah,
the type of guy that's going to come back early.
And
I
this is
don't
the
see
thing.
that.
This is the thing, Savage too, is that he plays the position not like a wide receiver where they can't beat up on you. Like you going up against tackles that are literally trying to push you a different direction than you're going. It's a different type of
Yeah.
recovery. It's just like basketball players take longer to come back from Achilles because of the style of play and how they push off.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of jumping involved. So it takes a little bit more time to rehab and heal that Achilles versus a wide receiver, somebody who isn't constantly pushing and tugging and pulling against something. It's a different
The
type of
question,
injury.
question is, what exactly does Doctor Cooper do wrong?
he is the guy who does all the surgeries for all the players in Dallas who fuck
He
up.
does that. He does most of them in the NFL. Most of the NFL ACL surgeries are done by Cooper.
Where
Most of
years
them.
ago, it used to be this guy, Dr. Andrews from
Yep.
Alabama. It
That's who
doesn't
did.
matter what sport you played, you went to
That's
him.
that's who did Adrian Peterson.
And he must have retired. Every wrestler, every boxer, any sport went to see Dr. Andrews because he was considered the best. Listen, If I'm worth that kind of money, I'll tell them, yo, come out of retirement. Here's $1 million. Yo, operate on me.
It just depends. Did he start to get the shakes or anything like that? Then you
Yeah, you're
can't do
right.
surgery anymore. You
Also,
get
like,
you get old. You got to be real stable as a surgeon. You end up going in there and nicking something.
not to mention, like, not everybody wants to do this
No,
to work forever.
that's a penalty. They let him get away with that. There we go. That's the
Yeah,
point.
no, Nate Dogg, Dr. Cooper did Steele, Terrence Steele, Michael Gallup, and Trayvon Diggs injuries. Look how those players have been since the injury. They haven't been shit.
He did overshows too, didn't
And he did
Yep.
Overshown. And look how Overshown is. Overshown looks like a shell of himself, unfortunately.
How about Damone Clark? Didn't he do
he? Oh
Damone Clark
yeah,
and OBE's
that
next?
was the end of Damone Clark's career.
Oh, yeah. And he did, what's his name? Jabril Cox's as well.
Oh yeah, that was his rookie season. He did that one, didn't
Jabril
Yeah.
Cox had like two good games and then he got injured. That was
he?
the end
Yeah,
of
he
his
got
career.
injured against the Giants in the end zone. I remember it.
Yep. I thought he was going to be something, man.
That was his rookie
That's
season,
back
if
when I
I'm
used
not
to fall for the
mistaken.
hype.
Uh,
He had potential, but injuries.
Yeah, he did have potential, I will say. So it's not like the worst thing to fall for, but yeah, the
I mean,
injuries messed him up.
Yo, Green Bay got a solid backup quarterback, man.
Who is he? Oh, they got Gardner Minshew. No, no. Who is it?
Malik Willis.
Oh, Malik Willis.
He got
I
some
think he,
wheels on him,
I
man.
think he played for the Titans last year. I
Yeah, he
think
did.
Yeah,
He
he
did.
did.
Oh,
He played for
Green
the
Bay
Titans.
tight end down. Is that
it's
their
a
tight
very
end?
deep. It's a very deep safety class. I'm not worried about safety class, but some other classes are not so deep. You know.
Yeah, like quarterback class sucks. The tackle class ain't that good. What else? There's something I'm missing, Sally.
No, you're about right. Tight end club. I'm not a fan of the tight end class. Just because there's a lot of small tight ends, like 6'2", 240 type of guys, where they'll go out and catch a pass, but you're not gonna get nothing from them in the run blocking department. You got a
Everybody
couple
want
of
to answer that question right there?
What does it say?
Is he said, yeah, I know, but does he not repair it right, or is it the way he rehabs it? Like the players, their knee injuries.
Man, it could be his technique that he uses to repair and rehab.
I
It
think
could
it's both.
just, yeah, it's probably both.
That's
It's
probably
probably a mix of both.
But
Because one thing about the Cowboys, they rush their players back too early.
that's part of the problem too.
yeah.
I just
Is
want to see
that
how Mahomes plays
it
when he
should
comes
be
back.
it should be a minimum of a 13-month recovery before they step back on the field.
Yeah.
If Mahomes comes back and goes back to his old self, then your answer is the way they rehab it, and that's the Cowboys rehab staff. But if Mahomes looks like doesn't look the same, then you can say it's a bit of both.
I'm thinking more of the Cowboys with their training staff because they do. I mean, for one, the idiot GM always trying to rush people back.
Yeah, but my pushback, uh, because you look across the board, man. What the hell is going on with Bland and his foot? That's
Yeah,
3 years.
that's another thing.
This is 3 years
Is
of
it
him
safe
dealing
to
with the foot.
is it safe to say he's injury prone?
Yep.
No, no, I won't say that because it is the exact same injury, and I don't think that they fixed it right the first time. I would call him injury prone if it was just different injuries, but they fucked up that foot and haven't fixed it right, and and they rushed him back each time, and something's not right with the way they fixed it.
Well, he got a crazy lawsuit done.
I
He
don't
luckily he
know,
got
but
paid though. Luckily they paid him.
oh, he tore his ACL. Oh my god,
Oh,
Ooh,
who did?
86 for the Green Bay Packers.
Who
You saw
Dubs?
you saw his knee go forward.
Romeo Dobbs.
Whoever
man,
86
what
is,
is up with all the ACL tour
and
in
that's
the
on crash.
NFL?
That's on
What's up with the
grass.
Packers, man? The Packers, the Micah news overshadowed everything, but they lost their right tackle and their starting receiver last week, and then now they just lost their quarterback, and I guess I don't know who 86 is. Packers are
It
going
might
through it right now.
it might be that grass. I don't know, man. Because grass supposed to be the
So
safest thing to play in.
I
it's been on
also
different
think
field. It's
it's
been on all these different fields too.
I also think it's the cold weather, and these players are not used to practicing in cold weather, let alone playing in cold weather.
I
That
think
could be an effect.
I think it is the way they condition. You don't hear about players training to be flexible and limber. It's just weightlifting. It's all about weightlifting and squat and powerlifting and running. That's it. That's it. You don't hear about the players doing the ballet and all of that stuff that Lynn Swan and them guys used to do. You didn't hear about these injuries back then.
No, not like this.
Not man, it's like 4 or 5 players every week with ACLs and Achilles.
Exactly.
No.
They gotta. Also, isn't it the fact that like during training camp back then they used to have more. The practices used to be way less restricted than they are now. So now you don't practice as much. You don't get hit as much in training camp, which means your body ain't
Yeah,
used.
that's another thing too. Yeah, that's another
I think
thing.
that's a contributor to the fact.
But you see,
Because
this is
because
how
they cause they so worried about concussions, but what about below the neck? And back in the day, they used to wear knee pads too.
And half those guys can barely walk.
they're so worried about concussions, yet they want an 18 game schedule. So they're only in training camp, they're only allowed to hit 11 practices. So if I was a coach, the way to get around that, I would make my players play some preseason games, play a quarter, play a half, because you know they're going to be playing against somebody looking to take their head off to
And you
get a
want to know
job.
something about concussion? Jackson Dart has played 9 games this year. He's been evaluated for 5 concussions.
Damn.
Dude, the Giants are such a stupid organization that even though Jackson Dart looks good, they're gonna fuck him up. I guarantee it, bro.
Yeah, but this
I
was
do
going to
not.
happen. The Giants are going to have the number one pick overall in the draft, and some fucking team like the Cleveland Browns, somebody, is going to offer them a zillion picks to move up to number one, and the Giants are going to take it, and they're just going to rebuild their O line, draft some running backs, draft another wide receiver, and watch.
Y'all ain't seen nothing. Wait till all next year. Everybody's gonna be tank for Manning again.
Oh, fuck him. He sucks.
Bro, Manning's booty, bro. I don't know why he came back.
Because he's booty. You don't go
It
into the
doesn't matter
draft
though.
when
He,
you
he he'll be a good college quarterback next year because we're gonna go all in the transfer portal and be Ohio State next year. Don't worry about it. Did you
you
see what he
better
said?
you better worry
Did you
about
see?
that
Did you see?
SEC
Did you see what
first.
Manning said though? He said he's gonna take a pay cut so they can get more
Yeah,
transfers.
yeah. Like
Hey
college got
man,
a salary cut.
don't worry, bro. Texas will be back next year. They will
Yeah,
be back.
the problem is it's that you can put as much talent as you got around him. It's not enough because he's the problem.
And don't
Yeah,
worry about it.
but Ohio State,
Worry about Miami.
Ohio State has to
Ain't worried
replace that
about
whole
Miami.
defense.
Ain't worried
Besides
about
one
Miami. They
safety,
just did it. They just did it last year.
they got to replace everybody.
Yeah, but didn't they? What they lose 6 players last year in the draft?
Yeah, but
It's
the
Ohio
guys,
State.
the guys that stepped up contributed throughout the year. These guys, whoever replaces them next year, they never contributed this year because
Yeah, no, Savage is right.
they played
Yeah,
so conservative,
but
and it was 5 minutes in the left in the
but
games,
but
and they're
but
starting for him.
but you talking about Ohio State top level talent wants to come to Ohio State. They have the booster money. They will get the players.
I get that, but
I don't
these
even
top
think they're gonna
players,
win it. I don't
these
even think
top
they're gonna win it
players
this year.
don't
But
want to sit on the bench, man. They want
but
playing time.
they just got 2 of the top wide receiver dudes to transfer over.
Yeah, they got Henry and Smith.
Nah, that Smith guy, he flipped to USC.
What you No, the Ohio State kid.
Yeah, not Chris Henry, the other guy. The
He
other.
was like 6 on the depth chart, though, bro. You might don't get no playing time.
No, but from what I heard, Texas
He's
is gonna
scheduled.
go. They're gonna go all in on the portal this year because last
They
year they
should.
barely
I
did.
don't, I
Last year,
don't expect nothing less. I don't think Ohio State's gonna win this year.
Texas Tech's going to go all in again. Texas
Yo,
Tech spent $41 million on this team.
no, they
the
spent 28,
Texas
but still a
A&M
lot.
was an embarrassment today, bro. 3 points.
Sure. But say, guys, I'm going back to end this live stream. Thanks for everybody that came on. Batch 85, 1980, Phil Quarter,
And before you
76,
before
Cool
you before
Cowboy,
you
Dane
before you
Savage.
go before you go, sports junkie. I want my cake.
Yeah, anybody who can reach out to Sports Junkie, give him that message.
Yeah, we're going to put a missing flyer up him out there soon. It's missing.
My boy Savage just do $1,100.
Man,
Oh,
bro, he really regretting that bet now.
1150. I'll say the cake's worth 50, so it's 1150.
Cake I want.
uh, yeah, Sports Junkie, he has been MIA.
Ever since they started losing.
Yep.
No, do you notice though with Junkie before we wrap up, he only comes on to fifth show when the Cowboys are winning.
Yeah, I wonder
He
if
be
they win
lurking in the chat.
tomorrow. Yeah. He hasn't done a show in a minute.
Nah, he don't do shows when they lose.
Now,
But I text him. He said this team is ass.
now,
Oh, Junkie said that?
Yeah. Wait, I think he said the team sucks.
now we got to lose, man, for better draft picks. We got to.
We're
I
gonna
think
lose tomorrow, I
I
think.
think what you do is any players that you don't think is part of this team for 2026, you sit them and you start playing some younger guys. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
you can evaluate some talent.
that what they should do, but who
They're not
knows?
gonna. They're gonna let Dak play the rest of the year, and yeah, that's gonna be bullshit.
It's just a waste of time. But anyways, we'll let
Yep.
Champ get off.
All
Yeah,
right, guys. Y'all be blessed. Have a good night.
Good night,
peace
everybody.
out.
Hey,
Peace out.
Cowboys shook.
We'll be back in 10 years, maybe no.
Later.